Hello students, welcome to CR Digital Classes. I'm Hasham Ali Khan. So this platform of CR Digital Classes will provide you a number of videos and content for your subjects. By joining this platform, you will get a lot of confidence on your subjects, on your topics. We are providing excellent literature on this topic, on different topics of your syllabus. Now in this video, I am going to explain very important topic of financial accounting, that is bills of exchange. So before starting the problem, we must know the meaning, definition, how it is operated, why it is used. So all these things, if you are perfect, then only you can easily understand the problem. So in this sequence of videos, I'll explain all the contents, because what I have seen, many students are confused regarding the meaning, because so many different steps are there, different cases are there in this topic of bills of exchange. I'm starting this video with the meaning, definition and features of bills of exchange. So watch the video till the end. Definitely you can get a lot of confidence on the clarity of this topic of bills of exchange. Now I'm going to start the meaning. This, in examination, you may be asked a theory question, and also problems will be there on this topic. In different universities, the questions asked were regarding the meaning, definition of this bills of exchange, and features of bills of exchange, advantages, disadvantages, and apart from that, what are the different types of bills of exchange are there. So in the coming videos, I'll explain all the detail, but in this video, only meaning, definition and features I'm going to explain. So you can see in different examination, it has been asked the meaning, features and types. So now, first of all, I want to explain you the meaning. Generally, a bill of exchange is a financial document which is used in trade and finance as a commercial document to settle the credit transactions. In India, we have Indian Negotiable Instruments Act 1881, which has given the definition of the term bills of exchange. The definition says a bill, an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. This is the specific definition given by Indian Negotiable Instruments Act. If you remember the definition, it's well and good. But in examination, if it is asking the meaning, you can write in your own words, but these contents of the definition must be there. First of all, it must be in writing. So in simple words, we can say the meaning of the term bills of exchange as is an essential financial instrument. That means it is a document in writing. That's why it is called an instrument. Instrument means anything which is in writing. So financial instrument widely used in commercial transactions. The commercial transactions like purchasing, selling of goods, settlement of account. For all these commercial transactions, we make use this financial instrument. And in the trade and finance, normally it will be used. So simple words, it's a financial instrument which is used to settle the credit transactions in trade and finance. This is the meaning. But I suggest you to remember the definition given by law, because in that definition, all the ingredients of this bill of exchange is specified in the act. So this is the meaning and definition of bills of exchange. Now, I'm going to explain about the features. Along with examples, I'm going to explain. So watch the video with full concentration, because if you understand the meaning, then the coming videos and the problems you can easily understand. How it is created, who will create, why it is created, all these things I'm going to explain. First of all, the bill of exchange is in written form. In the law itself, it is given, it's a document in writing. That means there won't be any oral bills of exchange. Point to be remembered, a document in writing. That is the first feature. There is no oral bill of exchange. Secondly, order of payment. In this document, it is not a request. It is not something like requesting another person to pay, but it is an order given by one person to another person. So with the help of an example, I will explain you. Normally, a bill of exchange will be used in case of purchasing and selling of goods. I'll take an example here. Suppose A is the seller. He is selling the goods, and B is the buyer, the person who purchases the goods on credit. So when A sells the goods on credit to B on credit, that means in a future period of time, like 1 month, 2 months, B has to pay the amount to A. So A cannot rely on the word of mouth. He wants some written proof that he has purchased the goods and he has to pay the amount on a particular date. So some document is required. In this case, A sold goods to B. After selling the goods, he will draw a bill. A will draw a bill on B. And after getting the bill, B has to accept the bill and sign it and return it back to A. Now, A will keep the bill with himself till maturity. On maturity, A will present the bill to B and B has to pay the amount. For example, the duration of the bill is 3 months. For 3 months, A will keep the acceptance of B. At the end of 3 months, B will present the bill to A will pay the amount. That is the simple process of how the bill is created and who will accept it. So one point you have to remember, the bill is made or created or written by the seller or the creditor, and the bill will be accepted by the buyer or debtor. So creditor will create the bill and buyer will accept the bill and return the bill back to A. That is the normal procedure. Now, order for payment. A will make the order. A will not request. A will make an order on B that after 3 months you have to pay so and so amount. That's why the bill of exchange contains an order. Thirdly, unconditional order. The order must not contain any condition. That means if you have to pay if you have the money, then only you pay. Otherwise, I am going to give you extra time. Nothing like that. That means unconditional order should be given by A to B. Then drawer signature. Until and unless the bill is signed by the drawer, the bill is invalid. So every bill of exchange must be signed by the drawer. Drawer is the person who draws the bill. A is the drawer and B is the drawee, the person who accepts the bill. Now, parties involved. Normally in a bill of exchange, 3 parties are there: drawer, drawee and payee. Who is the drawer? The person who makes the bill, the person who draws the bill. In other words, the seller of goods will draw the bill. And who is the other party? Drawee, the buyer of goods. Buyer of goods will accept the bill. Once the bill is drawn, it is invalid until and unless it is accepted by the drawee. Drawee is the debtor or buyer. The third person is the payee, the person named in the bill to whom the amount is to be paid. The drawer A will write in the bill itself, after 3 months pay the amount to Mr. C. So C is called the payee. If in many cases what will happen, the drawer and the payee will be the same person. That means in the bill, the A will not specify any other person's name. A will say, after 3 months you have to pay the amount. I will direct you to pay the amount after 3 months. That means drawer and payee are one and the same person. So these are the parties involved. Now, time of payment. Every bill of exchange must specify what is the duration of the bill. 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. That duration of the bill should be specified in the bill. Then only it is valid. If all these conditions are satisfied, then only legally binding this bill of exchange. Now, next one is stamping. In some cases, the bill of exchange should be properly stamped according to the legal requirement. So every country will have different laws on making this bill enforceable. So it should be stamped and signed. And lastly, the date when the bill is drawn. If the date of the bill is not specified, then the bill will become invalid. So these are the features which must be there in every bill. So all these features have been specified in the definition of bill of exchange given by the Indian Negotiable Instruments Act 1881. That definition, again I repeat, once again I'll repeat for the last time, a bill of exchange is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by the maker directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money only to or to the order of a certain person or to the bearer of the instrument. So I have explained you each and every feature of bill of exchange. Now, in summary, in this video I have explained the meaning, the definition and the features of bill of exchange. Most often it will be asked. Many more things are there. That is who is the drawee, who is the endorsee, and retiring of bill, renewal of bill, discounting of bill, accommodation of bill. So many things are there. You must be aware of all these terms. In the coming videos, you watch all the videos, be perfect about the concept, then we will go to solve the problems. Hope you understood the meaning of the term bill of exchange. We'll continue our discussion on this topic in the coming videos. I wish you all the best on behalf of CR Publications.